From good eats to expensive receipts. Here are 5 do's and 5 don'ts for Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival 2024. No wasting time here, we are digging up our very first do. Our very first do of Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival is start early, but not too early. One thing to note that I know a lot of guests don't realize when coming to Epcot is that these food booths around World Showcase do not open with the park. They actually open around 11 a.m. That's at least what Disney advertises. Sometimes I've seen them open a little bit earlier. To avoid very long lines, which I do see all the time here at Flower and Garden Festival for the food booths, I recommend you getting here earlier in the day. Obviously not at 9 a.m. when you're able to get in the park because it's not open yet, but try to make it to World Showcase around 10:30 or 11 to get the most out of your Flower and Garden Festival. And that means little to no lines for the food booths around World Showcase. I guess that transitions very well into the first don't of Flower and Garden Festival 2024, which is don't stop at the Italy booth. If you're a longtime supporter of me, both on YouTube or any other platforms, you'll know how much hate I give to the Italy booth almost every single festival. And deservingly so. I think almost every other content creator who does this also thinks pretty much the same thing, is that Italy is the worst every single time. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my sister, Kristen, for these clips from the very first day of Flower and Garden Festival. If you haven't checked out her vlog, please do so, and you'll find it in the corner right now. Just as our hopes were raised with some of the menu selections this year, they were squashed as soon as the festival started. If you remember the opening line from this vlog, me talking about receipts being long and or expensive, this is the main reason for it. If you're looking to get the entire menu here at Italy, it'll cost you close to, if not just a little bit under, $40. Why do we know this? Because 2 years ago at Flower and Garden Festival, we did that exact thing to prove a point that this is the worst and you should be skipping it. I don't want to spend too much more time on the Italy booth, but that is our first don't of our do's and don'ts of Flower and Garden. Well, it's official. My very first stop for food is here at Farmer's Feast, and I got the strawberry rhubarb upside down cake. This is a strawberry rhubarb upside down cake with cream fraiche whipped cream. I think I'm saying that right, and it is $4.75. Now, this specific food item is actually only available here at Farmer's Feast the very first day of the food festival, all the way until March 30th. So if you're coming past March 30th, I'm sorry, but you cannot get the pineapple upside down cake. I'm not gonna lie, I have been eyeing this bad boy since it dropped on the menu preview on Disney's site, so I cannot wait for this. Ooh. Here we go, first bite. Okay, I might have a new favorite already, and I literally, one bite into this whole festival, I might have a new favorite already. If you have ever witnessed the process of food content creation, you'll know that this is probably a bad decision since this is the very first thing that I'm eating here at the festival. I should not be eating the whole thing, but I do not care. Too bad. We are right back to the do's with our number 2, I guess do technically then, right? And that is to plan what you're eating before you get to the festival. Like, even make a notes app and write down all the things and the locations of where they are. And the best thing to help with that is that Disney actually has available the entire menu for every single booth and non-booth item that they have here at the festival. And you can find that in the link right here. This is from Disney Parks. This is not one of the blogs that makes you click through a million different ads in order to find it. Like, Disney actually got their stuff together this year and actually just posted it themselves rather than, you know, having everybody else be that information dump. Does that make sense? Now, the reason I say that pre-planning for this event is very important is not only because it'll help you save money and not venture. I mean, you can venture if you want, but it'll help you pre-plan and know exactly how much money you should have for the event itself, but also on very, very rare occasions, they actually do run out of some of the food for the festivals. Now, most of the time, this is only the first day of the festival or very, very peak seasons. I saw it once or twice this past year for Festival of the Holidays because the holidays are very, very busy, but it is something that happens from time to time. And pre-planning is very, very helpful, especially if you have a restrictive diet, whether you are gluten-free, whether you are meatless, plant-based diet, anything like that. It is very helpful to know beforehand where you're gonna be able to eat. Like, if your family's going around World Showcase and you know, hey, I'm able to eat over here because there's an item over here, that's very, very helpful. Before we move on to the next point on our list, I do want to make a quick stop here at the Refreshment port for the brand new plant-based buffalo chicken tender poutine, which is $10. It's got crispy potato barrels, ranch, and blue cheese crumbles, as well as a plant-based chicken. I'm assuming plant-based, yeah. Although this is a plant-based dish, this is not a vegan dish because it does have traditional blue cheese, as well as some like ranch sauce type stuff on it as well. This is one that I was really, really excited for when doing the preview video for Flower and Garden Festival, so I'm really pumped that we had an opportunity to stop and dig in. There we go. We're digging in. It's very peppery. Like very like, you know, the like buffalo, like if you pour too much buffalo sauce on regular chicken, anything, it's just like drenched in it. So that's a little intense. I give it like a, I don't know, like a 6.5 out of 10. Pretty solid.
If anyone's ever gone to Universal, the Stinger sauce is very similar to this, but in my opinion, the Stinger sauce at Universal is better. It's more flavorful, I should say.
And that's where I have tasted this before. The Stingers over in Lost Continent, I think it tastes exactly like that, which I think those are probably a little better, especially when it's the Orlando Informer event and it's included with your ticket price. What a lazy plug, but the next don't on our list, I know a lot of other creators swear by, and this is how they do festivals, but I'm saying don't. Please just don't do this if you're looking to spend rationally. Don't buy one of those wristband thingies that has a gift card attached to it. You can find these at the Creation Shop at the front half of Epcot before you make it to World Showcase. They've sold these at almost every single festival the past few years, and it's a great moneymaker for Disney. I fully understand the aspect of wanting to be able to have that easy payment method when going around World Showcase, but is it really that difficult to pull a credit or debit card out of your wallet? My main rationale behind this is that the gift card actually doesn't provide any more value other than like it being attached to your wrist. There's no like bonus, like you don't spend $30 and get an extra $5, no deals like that whatsoever. It will literally just encourage you to spend more money without thinking about the actual price of a lot of these foods. And obviously the big downside with any type of gift card that you get for Disney, especially when you're at Disney, is that if you don't spend it there, there's really no other locations you could spend this once you get home. So I guess it's a good souvenir, but a souvenir that's got, you know, $10.80 left on it, what good is that? I think you're better off probably spending your money on other types of merchandise within this gift shop, like this brand new lug bag. Apparently this is like the hot ticket item of the very first day of the Flower and Garden Festival, which obviously at this point you probably could tell that I was not at the very first day of the festival. But as videos on the internet have shown, it was an absolute madhouse for this little orange bird fanny pack bag, kind of like the fanny pack bag that I have on right now, except I paid $15 for this versus the, I think, close to $80 for this orange bird bag. Is it worth that much? I don't know. Is it going for more than that on eBay right now? Yes, 100%. Although I think these wristband gift cards are not so smart of a decision when it comes to souvenirs here at the festival, one novelty item I actually do feel like is kind of worth it this year, and that is the Spikes Pollination Exploration 2024. If you're not aware of what this is a scavenger hunt around World Showcase that happens during Flower and Garden Festival, or at least it's happening this year. I think it might have been called something different last year. I got mine today here at the Port of Entry gift shops. Normally this is available back over at Creations. I actually went and tried checking out and getting one of these, but they were not available, and they said to come back here by the Port of Entry gift shops, the two that are here at the front of World Showcase, these two. And the reason I say this is a much better deal than the wristband gift cards is because there's actually a prize at the very end of this scavenger hunt. And I guess I'll show you that prize right now. No, your eyes do not deceive you. This is a miniature game of cornhole, and that is the prize at the end of this scavenger hunt. And I know what you're thinking, Ryan, what are you doing with the prize at the end of this scavenger hunt? You didn't even do it yet. Like, you didn't even put the stickers on. Well, while I was checking out, the very kind cast member asked if I wanted to collect my prize later, once I complete it, or collect it now. I said, wait, hold on. Like, I don't need to finish it. They're like, well, yeah, you got to finish it, but like, you could just pick it up now and it would be way easier. And I kind of wanted to get shots while it was bright out so I could actually show you what this looked like before it gets dark, and yeah. One more important point to note is that there is an entry fee for this scavenger hunt, and that's basically to pay for your prize at the end, and it will set you back $9.99, but with an annual pass holder discount, only cost me $8. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, let me know in the comments below how ridiculous this looks right now. Oh, that was actually really close. This is like the fourth take. I want to get one in. We've made a quick stop here at Swirled Showcase for one of the brand new items, and that is the Liquid Nitro Honey-Mascarpone Cheesecake. This is a liquid nitrogen frozen like treat with fresh honey, granulated honey, honey mead berry compote, and it is presented by National Honey Board, and it is $5.25. I am normally not the biggest fan of cheesecake, so this is me being adventurous. I know I had mentioned being adventurous previously, so we're gonna see how this. Ugh. Oh, I hate cheesecake. That's why. I just don't like cheesecake. I'm gonna close up on here. You know what I will eat? I'll eat this flour. I heard so many positive things about this ice cream cheesecake dish from opening day, and I'm sad to say I just think I don't like it because I'm more of a Chili's guy than a Cheesecake Factory guy, if that makes any sense. I just don't like cheesecake and the cheesy, sweetie. I'm not the biggest fan, but that's just not for me. Now, the next don't on our list might be obvious to some, but it really depends on how you're looking to spend your day here at Epcot. And that is, if you're here to get most out of your Flower and Garden Festival, don't eat at regular quick service or sit-down dining locations. Although Epcot is one of the best parks for sit-down dining at all of Walt Disney World, this may or may not be the best plan of attack when you're here during a festival. Believe it or not, this year's Flower and Garden Festival has 19 food booths positioned all around World Showcase. And although I love trying my favorites here at the Connections Eatery behind me, I would be making a huge mistake, even as a local, just eating here and not taking full advantage of the festival that's happening right now. Now, obviously, if you are not the snacking type, this is probably not a good plan for you, but I feel like a large portion of the audience watching this video, plus also like anybody visiting a theme park, is probably going to be the snacking type. Another thing that you should do is loop back around. One of the great things about starting early at World Showcase for a festival is that you can make a single loop around, and if you see something that you like that you don't know for sure if that's what you want to get, you could just take another lap around and get that on the second round, because most people that do these festivals enjoy the food for lunch and for dinner and a little bit in between. So looping back around is something you should definitely consider doing, not like stopping at every booth and being like, well, if I don't get it now, I'm never getting it, because you could definitely get it again just when you take another lap. And it helps burn off all the calories that you've been consuming for the festival as well, which helps a lot. What?
It's 2 miles.
It is? Apparently, I've just been told that World Showcase is 2 miles long. Really? You think so?
Apparently, the World Showcase, wow, is 2 miles long, apparently, or like really close to 2 miles. I don't know. That's what the internet said, so.
We do not have a source to confirm nor deny that. It sounds like you got that from Inside the Magic. Hold on, Danny, what did you just find?
After intense Google searching, it was 1.2 miles, not 2 miles. My bad.
Oh!
It's approximately like 200 calories you'll burn.
Only 200?
Something like that.
Not only does Flower and Garden Festival draw the crowds for the beautiful topiaries and really, really good food, but also the Garden Rocks concert series. One major don't to keep in mind when it comes to this concert series is do not show up late for some of the most popular artists that are performing here at the Garden Rocks concerts. We are very guilty of this previously. Last year for Simple Plan, we showed up late and had to stand all the way back where I'm standing right now. Obviously right now they're doing sound checks, and that doesn't make a difference right now. This year's concert series includes acts like Flock of Seagulls, Plain White Tees, and once again, Simple Plan, just to name a few. If you can't tell by this clip, this is the line for the artist who's playing tonight, who honestly, I read it before and I was like, I don't even know who this is, but there's an already huge line forming. And it is 4:24. The first concert does not start until I think 5. Our fifth and final point here on the list of do's for Flower and Garden Festival is do eat adventurously, but that comes with a little bit of a caveat to it. We did just stop at the Lotus House booth here in China, where we stopped for the spicy mala chicken skewer, which comes with a creamy peanut sauce and costs $6.75. And the reason I say it comes with a caveat is because you should do your research first and make sure what you're eating is actually good, meaning watch other vloggers try these weird, obscure snacks. Danny, you want to go for it first?
Oh, geez. Yeah, fine. I will.
Okay. Are we gonna double it? You want to do a...
Yeah, let's do it.
Danny, how's the chicken? Oh my God, that's spicy.
It was pretty solid. I like the spiciness to it. The scallions are good. Love the peanut sauce. Overall, solid, like 7.5, I think, for me.
7.5?
Yeah, pretty solid.
The best way to eat adventurously, even if that's something that you normally don't end up doing when they're on vacation or at home, there's so much content available online, both from Disney themselves and vloggers or content creators who are giving fully honest reviews on this food, letting you know if this is something that is worth getting, and this is one of them that I heard some pretty decent things about. So I decided, even though this is normally out of my comfort zone because of the spice, I'm gonna end up trying this. And I highly recommend you do this do as well, meaning eat adventurously, but research. There you go. Our last and final stop for our first day here at Flower and Garden Festival is Brunchcot. And I've been eyeing a few of these items, including avocado toast, biscuits and gravy, fried cinnamon roll bites, and they have the returning Fruit Loop shake, but I think I'm gonna skip out this time. We're gonna see what we could get. Here at Brunchcot, we decided to go with the biscuits and gravy, which is made with Impossible fried chicken steak and Impossible sausage gravy, and costs $6.75. We also ended up going with the fried cinnamon roll bites, but this time without the candied bacon. And this one cost $5.
We're starting with the biscuits and gravy, and I'll be honest, I've grown to appreciate vegetarian, like, alternative meats, but this stuff straight up looks like dog food.
You're not wrong.
It's actually not bad. It's not as dog foody. It's actually pretty solid.
I do not know what I just bit into, but I highly recommend, do not think about dog or cat food while you're eating this, because that's what you will taste. I'm sorry. I think I found my new least favorite thing on any of the festivals, but that's fine. That happens from time to time. Maybe don't get the biscuits and gravy, the plant-based ones, at Brunchcot. Just so you know, the notes, this is a big don't. Honestly, when setting up for this video, I only had 5 do's and 4 don'ts written already. Here's your last don't. Don't get the biscuits and gravy. Hold on, Danny, you said you didn't like it. You are currently licking your fork.
Dude, it's actually pretty solid, low-key. Like, I guess I like dog food.
Next up, we have the fried cinnamon roll bites. I'm very prepared for this one, honestly. I think I might have tried this last year and I didn't like it that much, but I don't remember because I do too many videos at Disney. Oh, it's already slipping. I do too many videos at Disney, so I don't even remember if I like this or not. And that's the glory of living in Orlando. Oh my God, there's stuff inside here. Look inside this hole. Danny, look inside my hole. Get a close-up on my hole. I am a little shocked at there being some substance inside the hole. Even based off of the first bite, these are actually really, really solid. I would recommend going, if you're going with anything here out of these two, definitely cinnamon roll bites. We did put a hold on the bacon, but it's still worth it. It was like $5 too, which is a lot, but for Epcot, actually not that much. I want to thank you all for joining on this really fun day here at Epcot. If you happen to be visiting Flower and Garden Festival at all during the season, I hope this video helped at least a little bit. Thank you so much to all the pity viewers for tuning into this video, and if you are new to the channel, obviously the subscribe button is pretty easy to find. If you're looking to help support the channel in more ways than just watching or commenting or liking or anything like that, the best way to do so would be to share with a friend who loves theme parks just as much as you and I do. I'm assuming you do, right? And I will see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.